Hello everyone! Today's video is going to be a decluttering video. This little box here is a box of products that are no longer welcome in my makeup collection anymore, and today I'm going to walk you through each of the products and talk about why each of them is no longer welcome in my collection. So let's get into it. So a lot of people do declutter videos where they take out each section of their, each category of their collection and then eliminate half the products. That is not what this is going to be, because I just don't have that large of a makeup collection where I could do something like that. It would be a very boring video for you to watch, because I would only be eliminating I don't know, one or two things per category. So instead, what I have done is I had this little box in a drawer of my makeup desk, and as over the past few months, as I've been playing with products or reorganizing my makeup or putting on my makeup, as I've come across things that I just don't even want to finish up, which is pretty rare for me. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna finish it up. But as I come across those items that I'm like, you know what, I just can't with you anymore, I don't even want to finish you, they go in this box. So yeah, let's just go through these products. So the first product that I'm going to be talking about today is this Bare Minerals Flawless Face Brush. Raise your hand if you have owned this brush, because I'm pretty sure everyone has. I don't know why that is, but everyone has owned this brush. This is not a horrible brush. It's actually a really nice shape for bronzer, blush, powder, a light contour. But over the years, as I've gotten other brushes, it's made me realize how scratchy this one is. When you feel it with your hand, not scratchy. When you put it on your face, pretty scratchy, especially compared, like I said, to these newer brushes that I have. So I never reach for this one for that reason. So it's time. I think it's the oldest brush that I own, but I need to get rid of it because I literally never use it. Alright, the next product is this Urban Decay liquid lipstick, and it is in the shade Amulet. I got this in a Sephora Playbox, and it is a beautiful shade, and it applies really, really nicely, super pigmented and smooth. As you can see here, it's kind of just like a rosy berry color, like a muted rose berry color. Really pretty, but this is one of the most drying liquid lipstick formulas I've ever used, and I've heard a lot of other people say that too, so I feel like I'm not alone in feeling this way. Yeah, I can't even use it up. I've used it maybe 3 separate times, and each time my lips are so dried out. It's painful, and it's not worth it when I have so many liquid lipsticks I like better, so that's out of here. Alright, the next product is this e.l.f. makeup remover pen. This product is supposed to be a pen full of makeup remover. So if you make a mistake, you are supposed to be able to just kind of clean it up with this pen. So super great idea. The reason I bought it is because I was like, oh, that sounds like it would be really handy. Here's the problem. After one time of using it, the tip is super dirty. And so then it comes off. It's not going to show it on here because this is dried up and old, but that black color comes off onto your face when you try to use it a second time. So instead of removing makeup, you're actually just drawing it on in other parts of your face. Do you know what I mean? And I've seen a lot of people say, oh, well, you can just take the tip out and flip it around and use the other side, except the other side is flat. So yeah, you could use it, but also even if you used this, you can still only use it one time, and then it's going to be covered. So this essentially has 2 uses in it. I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe if you use this and love it, please tell me how, because I like the idea, but it just doesn't work for me. And it's also a super oily makeup remover, so whatever you remove, you can't put makeup over top of that area. Does that make sense? If I'm doing my makeup and fixing a mistake, I'm probably going to want to cover that area with concealer or eyeshadow or foundation or whatever. So you can't put anything on top of this either. I don't know, weird product, not into it. The next product that I am decluttering is probably going to be a little controversial. It's the Sunday Riley Good Jeans. This was a sample size that I got in a Sephora Playbox, probably, and this is almost gone. I know a lot of you are gasping. You're like, oh, that's liquid gold. How could you throw it away? And I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to give it to someone else, first of all. But also, I used 90% of this bottle up because I was like so convinced that I would someday love it because everyone loves it and it's so expensive. And I was just like, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I'm using the wrong amount. Maybe I need to only use it on certain areas of my face. Every time I use this, it breaks me out. Every single time. I've even done like little tiny test patches and then I get a zit there the next day. And they're not like little baby zits. They are like deep cystic pimples. This hates my skin. So now I hate it. The next product is a ColourPop gloss. I did not purchase this. I got it from my aunt. I get quite a bit of makeup from her as she declutters her own collection. So this is in the shade Suki or Suki, I'm not sure, but I liked the idea of this because it's a really, really beautiful, like dark, plummy color, and I like the pigmentation, all that sort of stuff. But the reality is, I do not wear this ever because I never wear gloss. And if I'm gonna wear a gloss, it's not gonna be a gloss this shade because this like bleeds outside your lip line. It's really streaky when you're talking about a color this deep, it's just going to be when it's a gloss. So I'm a little bit confused by this product and not in love with it, and I never use it, so it needs to go. The next product is this ColourPop, what are they called? Just like their eyeliner pencils, and I'm not even sure of the shade name because all the writing is completely worn off. But this, you can see I am twisting product up here, but it has completely dried out. I'll show you. There's like nothing's happening. This is so dried up. And the ColourPop pencils are my favorites. They're the only ones that I've ever found that stay in my waterline. But the trade-off to that is that they are a little bit drier of a formula and they dry up kind of quickly. I don't mind that because they're so inexpensive that it doesn't really bother me. But this one seemed to dry up extra fast, and I think it's because it's one of the metallic ones, maybe. That's like a total just like guess of why this dried up extra fast, but it makes sense in my head, so I'm going to stick to that. The next product that I'm going to be getting rid of is this IGK coconut oil gel. This is not a bad product at all. It's just a hair product that's supposed to add like texture to your hair, but I just don't notice that this does much for my hair the way that it currently is. Maybe if I had my long like wavy hair like the girl in this picture, it would do more, but for me, it doesn't do a lot. And my friend who also got this in her play box, she was saying that she like absolutely loves it. So I was like, you know what? If it doesn't do a ton for me and you love it, you can have mine. So I'm gonna give this to her. The next product is an interesting one. This one is the Makeup Geek blush in the shade Spellbound. And this is like people's ultimate favorite blush, and I love the Makeup Geek blushes so much. And the formula of this is great and everything. The reason that I've decided to finally get rid of this is, first of all, I didn't purchase it. I got it, again, from my aunt. But second of all, the main reason is because I have the shade Bliss. I'll show you. Hold on. I have it right here. So this is the shade Bliss that I also own and that I purchased from Makeup Geek. Those are my dog's teeth marks in it. Don't worry, I I feel fine using it. I rubbed off the first layer so that I feel like it's kind of sanitized now. But anyway, I'm getting off subject. So I own both of these shades from Makeup Geek, and Spellbound on most people is a super, super neutral pink shade. It's not too cool, it's not too warm, it's just right in the middle. But on me, because my skin is so yellow, it pulls very, very cool. So I'll show you here. I'm like heavily swatching this also, but I'll show you Spellbound compared to Bliss. And the reason that I've decided to get rid of Spellbound is because I feel like on me it almost dulls my skin where Bliss like brightens my skin. So long story short, I have both of these blushes, and because I prefer Bliss, I reach for Bliss every single time over Spellbound. I never choose Spellbound over Bliss. So it's time. I just need to get rid of it because I always choose this one over it. The next product I'm going to be decluttering is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Now, I know a lot of people love this stuff, but it just doesn't work for me. My eyeshadows always crease throughout the day whenever I use this, and as you can see, I really tried with this stuff. I tried to use it up, but I can't lie to myself anymore. This doesn't work on my eyelids, and the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer works fabulously, so I'm done with this one. For the longest time, this was the only eyeshadow primer out on the market. There were no others, so this was like $20. It was your only option, so everyone used it, and everyone loved it because there was nothing to compare it to. But now I feel like there's much better. This almost has like a silicone feel, which I just find really odd for an eyeshadow primer, and I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Alright, another product that I am finally getting rid of is this e.l.f. Lip Exfoliator. This is a exfoliating little tube of like granular things, but what holds them together is, it must be some kind of oil because this stinks. Like, it does not smell good anymore. I think I've just had it for too long and the oils have gone bad. So this is a great product. I would actually repurchase this in the future because it's just really handy to have an exfoliator in a tube, but this one has definitely gone bad, so we're gonna throw her away. Alright, another product that I have decided to not use up. I've barely used any of it actually. I think I got this in a Sephora Play box. It's the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This is one of those really silicone-y pore filling type primers, and these just do not work for my skin. Every single one I've ever tried clogs my pores and breaks me out. And also, as someone with oily skin, this really like slippery feeling is not pleasant on my skin because I already have enough of that type of a feeling from all of my natural oils. This is oil free, but it gives the feeling of like an oily slipperiness. So anyway, I have a friend that loves these type of primers. They all break me out. This one breaks me out as well, so I just like can't keep using it. This isn't even an option for me. It has to go. Alright, next up we've got 5 eyeshadows that I would like to quickly touch on. 2 of them, these two, the Bare Minerals and the Inika, I have no idea how to say that, are loose eyeshadows. I don't think I purchased any of these. These all came from my aunt when she was decluttering her collection, but I took them because I was like, oh, these are beautiful shades. I totally might use them. I'll swatch them for you here. Oh, they're so messy and like difficult to use, which is why I literally never use them, ever. So this shade from Bare Minerals is like truly gorgeous. It's a shimmery purple shade. It's super pigmented. It's really just beautiful. But because it is a loose eyeshadow, I never use this. I don't think I have ever used it once because it's so messy. I hate loose eyeshadows, I have learned. So same thing with this one. I think I actually got this from a Birchbox like a really long time ago, and I keep it around because every time I swatch it, I'm like, oh my god, that's such a beautiful color. It's like this metallic sage silvery green, beautiful pigmented amazingness. Sorry, that was not in focus, was it? See how pretty those are? You can see like why I never get rid of them because they swatch so beautifully. But I literally never use them because they're loose eyeshadows. They're so just hard to use and messy, and I hate them, so I never pull them out of my drawer. So it's time. We're finally getting rid of these guys. Another one that I have been having a really hard time getting rid of is this Ulta eyeshadow. It's in the shade Deep Sea, and as you will see when I swatch it, it's freaking gorgeous. It is a gorgeous, like, teal blue color. Do you see that? It's so pretty, but I never wear shades like this, ever. I've kept this around for so long thinking I will wear it because the color is so pretty, but I never wear it, so it's gotta go. It's time. This ColourPop shadow, I love the color of it. It's in the shade Shop, but it's just dried out. That's all there is to it. It's like, I mean, it still swatches, but it's like very difficult to get it actually on your eyelids because it's just a little too dried out. So that's the reason I'm getting rid of that one. And this L'Oreal Infallible shadow in the shade Gilded Envy is a gorgeous like gunmetal gray. It's a lot more sparkly than the other Infallible shadows that I own, but it's kind of broken. So it's essentially like a loose eyeshadow, and for that reason, I never ever reach for it. And it's also a little too glittery for my liking. I thought I would really love it because the other Infallible eyeshadows are just like so metallic and smooth, and this is really pretty, but yeah, like I said, it's just messy now. No, honey babe, can you not? It's just messy now, and I need to get rid of it. Okay, the next product is this Proactive Advanced Daily Oil Control. It's like a almost full tube of this salicylic acid acne treatment stuff. This does not control my oils in any way, and it's super old. Like, I don't even want to talk about how old this is, so I'm probably just gonna throw this away. So this next product, I'm actually like really sad that it didn't work out for me. This is the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Bumble. It goes on so beautifully, and it is one of the most gorgeous lip colors I think I've ever seen. It's like right in between a red and a berry and a pink. It's so pretty, and it looks so nice when you apply it on your lips. But this is so drying, like way more than that Urban Decay one. So drying. Lots of people think these are drying. And this is the like newer formula. I know a lot of people will say that the original formula, like the original batches, were bad, but now they're better, but this is newer and it's not. It's really drying. This is the only Ultra Matte that I own. I wanted to like test out the formula, but I will not be purchasing any Ultra Mattes in the future because it just doesn't work for me. It like fades in the middle of my lips every single time I wear it, but it doesn't fade nicely. It leaves like this very distinct line in the middle of my lips. Even with these lighter color, or even with these mid-tone colors, it just leaves a super harsh line. It looks awful. It's almost embarrassing to wear, so I just can't do it anymore, even though I love the color so much. I would recommend, highly recommend, the Ultra Satin Lips from ColourPop. Those are so good. Some of my favorite lip products ever, but sadly, Bumble did not work out for me. The lipstick or the app. Okay, this next product, I honestly have no idea where I got it. It's from a brand called Pink Papaya. It's in the shade Berry Nude, and this is like a lipstick lip balm thing in a really beautiful like brownie nude. It's a sheer lip balm. I love how this looks, but it smells so bad, and not bad like it's gone bad, but bad like what chemicals are in you. It's terrifying to wear, and I can, like, when I'm breathing when I'm wearing this, it almost makes me cough, and I know that sounds dramatic, but like the chemicals in this, they never fade away. The whole time I have this on my lips, I'm like choked by it, so that's a pretty good reason to maybe get rid of a lip product, don't you think? Alright, this one is kind of funny. After this we only have 2 more, so bear with me here. This one is funny. I got this in a Walmart beauty box, and it's the Sally Hansen Airbrush leg makeup, but it's in the shade Medium. I'm just gonna show you how dark this is. It's kind of hilarious. I've never used this. I like the idea of it, but I'm scared that it's gonna transfer onto like whatever furniture I sit on. Maybe it won't, but I'm too terrified to ever risk it, so I never wear it. Also, this shade is so dark on me. Like, it's borderline offensive, like when I try to put this on my body. It's just not, I don't have the words for this. It's super smooth and like makes a really nice even layer, but it is not my shade, to say the least. Okay, last 2 products. This first one is kind of boring. It's just a Bare Minerals eyeshadow, but it's literally my skin tone, like exactly my skin tone. Here, I'll dig some product out of there. Focus on my hand. Okay. Do you see, like, there is actually product coming off of here, but it's my exact skin tone. So like, what's the point of using this, you know? And the very last product is this Buxom mascara that does nothing for my lashes. It doesn't lengthen them, it doesn't volumize them. So I'm just like, what are you here for? Like, what are you doing? are you a mascara? I'm not really sure. And also, when you take it out, it is so here, let's zoom in on this. It is so disgustingly like clumped all over the wand, and it's just not like an enjoyable experience to use this. So I was like, oh, I'm totally gonna just try it even though it's messy, but it doesn't do anything for my lashes. So everything about this is like not good. If you love it, that's awesome, but like I don't. So it's gonna go. Okay guys, that is everything. These are all the products that are no longer welcome in my beauty collection, so they're all gonna go, and I'm like so happy about it. I'm actually not sad to see any of these things go, except for maybe the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in Bumble, just because I wanted this to work so bad. But the rest, I'm like totally fine with getting rid of. So if you had any of the same thoughts that I did about any of these products, please tell me down below in the comments. Like the video if you liked watching it. Like the video if you liked the video. Click like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.